simple present tense of verbs. Before we start with our lesson, let us answer the simple exercise. Choose the correct verb to complete the sentences. Draw a heart on your chosen answer. You may now start. Here are the answers. Good job if you got all the correct answers. We have learned that when creating a sentence, we must use a kind of word to connect the subject and the predicate. There is a word in a sentence that tells us what the subject is doing. It has 3 different tenses. These tenses show when did the action of the subject in the sentence happen. Let's take a look at these following pictures. Can you guess what the person and animals doing in the picture? Let's start. The little girl is sleeping. The little boy is playing basketball. The little girl is combing her hair. The dog is running. The monkey is eating a banana. The eagle is flying. Can you still remember what do we call the words that show action? We use these words to show that a person is doing something with the use of his or her body. Verbs are action words. We use these verbs in writing a sentence. Verbs show what the subject in a sentence is doing. There are 3 kinds of tenses. The present, the action is happening right now, or habitual. The past, the action already happened. And the future, the action is just about to happen. Let's talk about verbs in the simple present tense. The simple present tense of the verb is used to express an action that happens regularly or habitually. It also expresses a fact or a general truth. Now here are the simple basic rules to remember and follow in using simple present tense of verbs in a sentence. Singular subjects and pronouns, he, she, or it, use the present singular form of the verbs. When we talk about a singular subject, s or es is added at the end of the verb. We add s at the end of the verb when talking about one person or a thing. Plural subjects take the base form of the verb when expressing present tense. We do not add s at the end of the verb when talking about more than one person or thing. The subject used in each sentence is singular. That is why the verb has an s or es at the end. Number 1. Ricky helps his parents cleaning their house every weekend. The simple present tense of verb is helps. There is an s at the end because the subject is singular or only one, Ricky. Number 2. Mark shares his lunch food to his classmate Joe. The simple present tense of verb is shares. There is an s at the end because the subject is singular or only one, Mark. Okay. Number 3. The chef helps cook delicious and healthy food and delivers it to orphanage in their barangay for free. The simple present tense of verb is helps because the subject is singular or only one, the chef. Number 4. Luis carries his younger brother's bag going to school every day. The simple present tense of verb is carries because the subject is singular or only one, Luis. Number 5. Selena feeds her dog every morning before she goes to school. The simple present tense of verb is feeds because the subject is singular or only one, Selena. The subject used in each sentence is plural. That is why the verb doesn't have any S or ES. It is in the base form. Number 1. Danica and Jessica picked the roses in their garden and donated to the church in their barangay. The simple present tense of verb is pick. There is no S or ES at the end because the subject is plural or more than one, Danica and Jessica. Number 2. Dr. Susie and Dr. Ramon work as frontliners in a hospital near their houses. The simple present tense of verb is work. There is no S or ES at the end because the subject is plural or more than one, Dr. Susie and Dr. Ramon. Number 3. The animal trainers train dogs to be used for guiding the elderly. The simple present tense of verb is train. There is no S or ES at the end because the subject is plural or more than one, the animal trainers. Number 4. My mother and I bake cookies and sell them to earn money for the street children's food. The simple present tense of verb is bake. There is no S or ES at the end because the subject is plural or more than one, my mother and I. Number 5. Our English and Filipino teachers teach us how to write a paragraph every day. The simple present tense of verb is teach. There is no S or ES at the end because the subject is plural or more than one, our English and Filipino teachers. Now that you already know the simple present tense of verbs, let us answer these following activities. Choose the correct simple present tense to complete the sentence. Color your answer green. Lorna takes care of her pet dogs without her parents telling her what to do. My grandfather fixes my bike every time it gets broken. The simple present tense of verb in number 1 is takes. There is an S at the end of the verb because the subject is singular or only one, Lorna. The simple present tense of verb in number 2 is fixes. There is an S at the end of the verb because the subject is singular or only one, my grandfather. Veronica brings her rainbow-colored umbrella going to school to keep her younger sister dry. My friend helps me with my mathematics homework. The simple present tense of verb in number 3 is brings. There is an S at the end of the verb because the subject is singular or only one, Veronica. The simple present tense of verb in number 4 is helps. There is an S at the end of the verb because the subject is singular or only one, my friend. Sylvia greets her advisor with a big smile on her face every morning to show respect. We in our community tries our best to keep our barangay COVID-19 free by following the enhanced community quarantine rules. The simple present tense of verb in number 5 is greets. There is an S at the end of the verb because the subject is singular or only one, Sylvia. The simple present tense of verb in number 6 is try because the subject in the sentence is plural or more than one, we in our community. Always remember, doing good things on your own without being told is a very good attitude. People around you, especially your family and friends, will be proud of you. If you know that you can do it already, then do it. As long as it is good for you and your family, then keep on doing it. You can also do good things on your own to help other people. What a great world when children do it like that. To wrap everything up that we have talked about this lesson, let us answer this simple exercise. Get the meaning of the following sentences on top of the boxes. Write each letter of your answer inside the boxes below. You may now start. Good job if you got all the correct answers.
Do you want to know?